As you head to Death Valley from Alabama Hills Recreation Area, you'll drive past the Manzanar National Historic Site. First off, you must stop by the Alabama Hills. It is a rock climber's dream. Has so many amazing rock formations, places to climb, hike, mountain bike, all for free. It is the best boondocking ever. And once you hit Death Valley, we can also recommend free camping at Wild Rose. Now, you need to know it's a very long drive to this campground in a very skinny, windy road. We wouldn't recommend big rigs on this road. It's very primitive with only picnic tables, fire rings, vault toilet, and no running water. Past the campgrounds, you can see the Wild Rose charcoal kilns, which were pretty cool, and hike up Wild Rose Peak that's about 8 miles round trip. We'd rather stay at the Texas Springs campground if you can get in. It's a great central location, much warmer and prettier, better facilities, and it's $16 a night. But back to Manzanar and your virtual tour. Being an Asian American, I had to stop and visit this World War II Relocation Center, and I highly recommend stopping here. As many may know and remember, in 1942, the United States government ordered more than 100,000 men, women, and children to leave their homes and be detained in these remote military-style camps like Manzanar. It was one of 10 Japanese American relocation centers in this country. I want to give you a little history of this area and also remind you relocation here isn't new in the Owens Valley. We can't forget that the Paiute Indians first lived and settled in these lands. They hunted, fished, collect pine nuts, irrigated agriculture farming, and in 1863, over 1,000 Paiute were forced to be relocated to Fort Tejon, and the land was taken over by miners and ranchers. Later on, Los Angeles Department of Water and Power began acquiring the water rights to this valley in 1905 and buying out the land from the miners and ranchers. And by 1929, LA owned all of the land and water rights in this area. 5 years later, the town was abandoned, and the hopes of tourism to bring the town back diminished with World War II. And then in 1942, the U.S. Army leased 6,000 acres to begin holding Japanese Americans here. The first thing you'll do when you go to Manzanar is walk through their mini museum that is very well done. And you'll learn about the stories of the families who lived here. You'll also have an opportunity to see amazing images done by Ansel Adams, took in 1943 to talk about the prejudice and fears that led U.S. to confine all of these American citizens and legal immigrants of Japanese descent that we forced to live in this area. Next, we took a 3.2-mile self-guided tour where you can see the original post, the Block 14 buildings, the mess halls, the women's latrine and barracks, the cemetery, also a really cool cemetery monument that was created, the administrative complex, rock gardens, parks, orchards, the old hospital grounds, and the foundation of the old children's village, which was the only orphanage of the different 10 relocation centers in the United States. If you go to our blog post, I have detailed out more information about the mess hall, the women's latrine, the barracks, the cemetery, Merritt Park, the Japanese garden tours. It was such a beautiful location and so sad that our fellow Americans were treated this way. But I highly recommend, it's worth seeing, and we hope you enjoy this virtual tour as you see Manzanar, Alabama Hills, and Death Valley. Until next week, enjoy RGB Adventures.